Good afternoon. I'm Victoria Day of Embodied LLC and Victoria Day LPC LLC. I am a registered somatic movement educator and therapist, and also a trauma-informed, resiliency-focused mental health counselor. And what I'm offering today is something I call the Easy Movement Break. And this is something that I offer online that is 30 minutes, 12:30 Central Standard Time on most Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. During this time that we're all going through with so much unknown and challenges, I'm offering this at a sliding scale, asking $5 if you can share it by Venmo or PayPal, but not an expectation. I would rather just have you come to these classes and really benefit from the work. But this is just a little 15-minute segment or so, in which today we're talking about the movement of perception. We're not talking about it, we're moving it. And so we're going to start out with something that I always start all my classes with, as well as all my work with my clients, something called the check-in. The check-in is based on early developmental patterns of movement. And it is simply the process of bringing ourselves right here into the moment, into not only our bodies, but where we are in this present moment. So I invite you to take some nice, deep, full inhales and slow, easy exhales. Letting yourself notice that your belly expands and contracts. And allowing yourself to not just breathe, but to breathe in the way that nourishes the parasympathetic. That was something I just did. Audible sigh, a yawn, whatever comes up. Softening your mouth, smiling at me, softening your eyes. You don't need to look at the screen. My voice can support you. And gently allow yourself, if you are leaning back on your chair and that is what really feels supportive today, then I invite you to stay there. However, if you're able to let yourself sit so that you can sit with this lift upright, with the support of your feet and the earth under it, and the support of the back of your legs and the pelvic floor and your spine, right? All of these things are grounded support, trusting in the support of the ground. That's part 2 of the check-in. Breath support is part 1, grounded support is part 2. And then today we're really going to explore part 3, which is orienting, because that is about how we see things. I'm just going to invite you in this gentle, what we call, right here we are in place. I'm actually working on a blog right now about sheltering in place, not just being about the COVID virus, but also this finding shelter within our own place, wherever we are in our bodies. Not always something that is easy or supported by our culture or our families or our life experience, and yet very, very important in my opinion. So just letting yourself, let your eyes look to the right and spend the next 30 seconds naming inside your head or out loud, since you're in your own home, naming everything and anything that you see. That is, you're naming everything that you see to the right. And then letting yourself shift your eyes forward and to the left. And name everything that you see to the left. And notice where left ends and right begins. And then you let yourself shift and notice, looking to the front, everything that is in the front of you. And in the front, everything, if you put your arms out, that's in front of your arms, in front of your body, in front of your eyes. And just letting yourself notice that maybe you're naming some of the same things that you named when you looked to the right and when you looked to the left. So just 30 seconds naming everything to the front. Now I'm going to invite you to let yourself look behind you. Maybe it's over your right shoulder or maybe it's over your left, but just let yourself notice as you let your eyes start to look behind you. Notice how you're shifting your support in the chair. Noticing and naming. Really letting yourself feel the support of your feet, of your breath. Noticing that you might need to shift yourself to the left or really change where your front is in order to see what was back there. And bringing your body back to the front. Keep looking and naming what's behind you. Letting the eyes lead. And coming to the front. Coming back to what we call place. Let yourself shelter in place. Just feel the support of the chair. Feel how your knees are supported by the bottom of your feet. Maybe let your jaw, just feel how your jaw is supported by its attachment to your skull. And how your eyes are supported by the orbits of your sockets. Let yourself take a few breaths. And I'm going to invite you to let yourself look to the left, high forward. So you can look left and then take it high and then take it forward, or just find all three at the same time. So you're looking something that's in front of you, to the left of you, and above eye level, and find something there. Don't just randomly look in that direction, but find something that is of interest. And then I'm inviting you to not just let your eyes make contact, but actually let your body start to lean into, to be invited to reach for, through your core, through your heart, through your belly button, through your sacrum, reaching for that thing that is to right, high, left. And maybe you let your arm come out and reach towards that thing that you're describing to yourself right now. For me, it is a red and yellow flower. Feeling what it's like to support yourself in reaching for and observing left, high, forward, and then letting yourself bring it back to place. And with the same arm, right, just maintaining that activity, I'm going to invite you now to look to the right back low. So first we're just looking with our eyes, right back low. And then slowly let your heart, your belly button, your sacrum begin to also be pulled towards right back low. And then let that same arm reach towards it, right? Noticing how you have to adjust to support yourself. Right back low, bring it up through the belly, and then shift up to left, high, forward. Right? Looking at the thing. Oh, I forgot to say, remembering what you're looking for in the right back low. Letting yourself look at it, reach for it, not just with the arm, but with the heart and the belly button and the sacrum, right, is reaching that direction. I'm reaching towards a pelvis, right, the right ischium. I believe that's called, I can't remember what that's called. Okay, and up and into center. And just let yourself notice how that feels. Right? Notice where it feels easy, notice where it feels challenging, recognizing that moving our bodies three-dimensionally is not something that we're asked to do in our general lives, right? And just notice that we created diagonal movement. We went from one extreme to another. This is really about the practice of being able to change from one perspective to another, right? And so if this is the very first time you've done this, I invite you to make it small. If that's like, don't try to go to the biggest rotation. Just feel what that's like to go from high forward to one side of your body to back low to the other side. Okay, and bringing it in, checking in, because you always want to do any of this in ways that feel safe and supported in your body. And if you're curious because you're like, I'm not sure how to do that, that's when you contact someone like me or another registered somatic movement therapist. So you can find me at embodiedmentllc.com, or you can check out the International Somatic Movement Educators and Therapists Association online. It's also called ISMETA. Okay. So just a little bit of information there as you're settling into your breath, settling into the support. And now we're going to change perspective again. We're actually going to stay with the high, right? But we're going to let ourselves look high back right. Okay, so now that it's exactly above what we were looking at. So this is something different. It's higher, right? Whatever you want high to be, something above shoulder level, something above eye level is high to the right. So now we're opening up into it rather than closing into it, right? So and just letting yourself find the thing, and then let yourself start to let your heart, your belly button, right, be lifted high, right back behind you, right? Okay, going towards it, feeling it, and then with your breath, pull it into your core. Okay. Back into the center, and then we're going to do the diagonal again. As we finish, we're going to look. So the diagonal is forward, left, low. So directly below some in the area of where you were looking up before. Okay? Letting yourself find something there that your eyes find curious. Maybe describe it to yourself. Right? For me, it is a green baseboard with 2 ripples in it. And then I'm going to let myself start to lean into it, to reach for it with my, not just my eyes, but my heart. Right? I'm reaching forward. Then I'm letting my arm reach as well, shifting through the support of my pelvic floor and my feet, forward, low, to the left. And then I'm going to come in, and then I'm going to reach right, back, high, letting my knees stay stable. Oop, I almost stuck in the middle there. Then shifting left, forward, low, into my core, connecting with my core just briefly as I right, back, high. And I'm coming in to my core, letting it settle in the groundedness. Letting my breath settle with the groundedness. And I invite you to check in and let yourself notice what that was like. To basically explore things that are behind you and to the right. Not just with your head and not just with your eyes, but with the body being called back there, right? Noticing where it felt safe, where it felt easy, where it felt challenging. Right? And then letting yourself notice that you also explored what was in front of you to the left. In front of you to the left. Right? We explored things that were high and low, not just with our mind, not just with our eyes, but we embodied connection with that perspective. Notice what that's like in your sensations of your body, in your emotional response, in your cognitive brain, because we've talked to both sides of the brain. And then I invite you just to come back. If you'd like to explore a little more, pause this. At the end, I'm just going to ask you to let yourself take a nice inhale. Let your arms and your torso widen into space wherever you want your arms to go, with the intention of bringing your hands together in some way. Letting your hands come down through space in some way, into the front of your heart. Deep breath. Letting it out with a pleasurable sigh. We are all in this together. Together we can learn how to live life more fully. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Please check out the information below this video to find out more. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.